being quiet. What's up, baby? What's up, man?
Alright, you're in here. You want to go here now?
Let's go. Give me the water. 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 Is this? No, not at all. I think it's time for one of the new kids that's under the Mayweather banner to step up and become a pay-per-view star. Eventually.
Floyd, you are a great showman. You know the styles of fighters better than they know themselves in some instances. What have you seen from Andre Berto that leads you to believe that this will be a great, exciting fight?
I mean, every time Berto go out there, he's in an exciting fight. It's never a dull moment when you're watching a Berto fight. So we just have to see how the fight plays out.
You've been on the fight game your whole life. You've seen what the game can do to the strongest of men. People understand before
down. I don't want that. I don't want nothing to do with trunk out of here.
People understand the magnitude of what's always happening.
It just means that I'm blessed. I mean, I took my time, stayed focused, kept my eyes on the prize, and done what I had to do.
Have at him.
What? How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well.
Hold on.
Are you done?
Gotta warm this up.
Yeah, local through.
I was like softball.
We do this all the time. You supposed to have this. Yes.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Hey, Lorenzo.
I gotta ask you something. In the world is that?
I'm blessed. I only focus on it. Actually, my car guy's here. He's here. You can ask him, kind of about the car, about all the cars.
You drove that one. What makes that one special over all the other ones?
I drive all of them.
Is that one cool though? What makes? I mean that.
Well, all of my cars is cool. All of them are special to me because I know I work so hard to get everything that I got.
Well, that's only one of two in the world.
It's only one Floyd Mayweather in the world.
Please, back up.
Why retire when you are so dominant?
Lorenzo.
It's another time. I've accomplished everything I needed to accomplish in the sport. I've done a lot. And just being a professional, almost 20 years, boxing can take toll on the body.
Maybe not you personally, but the whole promotion. Berto. Why that?
It don't really matter. It don't really matter who's the opponent. They're going to have something to say. The person was that he was scared of Pacquiao. Then I beat the guy that they say was on such a high plateau. They're never happy. As long as I'm satisfied, that's what counts. It's all about self-preservation.
I heard you a couple fights ago where you said, you know what, I've earned the right to pick and fight who I want to pick and fight.
They said, if I'm not mistaken, they said Pacquiao was a god. That's what they said. Like I said before, everybody that criticized Floyd throughout the years, for years and years, I fought Cotto, I fought Canelo, I fought Pac. When Diego Corrales, may he rest in peace, when he was at the top, I fought him when he was undefeated. I fought Ricky Hatton when he was undefeated. All the best fighters in my era I beat.
Now, I can't imagine you retiring at 49-0 when you got that record of sitting out there.
It's really not about the record. It's about doing record-breaking things and helping other young fighters try to accomplish other things like breaking your record. That's the ultimate goal, is to build the next Floyd Mayweather, or to find the next Floyd Mayweather.
Since you say this is your last fight, can you take us back to your first pro fight at Texas Station? What do you remember from that?
I fought on Johnny Champion undercard. May he rest in peace. I'm not the legendary champion. I can remember fighting at the Texas Station. Cool place.
Did you ever imagine you'd reach this greatness?
I believe. Ever since I've been a kid, I just believe. Pray. Stayed on the right path. Had an encouraging father. A very encouraging grandmother, the woman that raised me to be the man of great character today. I'm just blessed.
Floyd, you were out there at that grand opening of that new arena. You were there, you drove the tractor in
Yes.
and all that. I cannot imagine you not wanting to at least fight one time in that new thing.
No, I think
What?
no, September 12th. I think we got a couple weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, and I'm ready to hang it up and spend time with my children. That's what's important. Make sure they go to college, get the best education.
Why should people believe you're retiring?
As long as I believe. No, it's not really about anyone else. It's about me. As long as I believe. They have to back up for me.
Canelo, Pacquiao.
That's what I said. No other guys that I fought in my ear. I fought them all in my ear. I beat them all.
Is there any that's more special than another?
The most, right there. You see it?
Floyd,
First 48.
if Rocky was alive today, Marciano, would he advise you perhaps to go for his record and break him?
I'm not really sure. We always talking about record-breaking things. I mean, we always talk about the negative things. Talk about things like who done the highest gate, or who done the biggest on pay-per-view, or who took the best punishment, or who landed on a higher percentage. Floyd Mayweather.
How big of an impact taking the toll on your body that boxing can? How big of a part of it is to see?
Well, boxing is just wear and tear on the body, but it's just time to hang it up. I'm very well off, very comfortable, and we have so many young fighters that's on the rise. Like I said before, we're looking for the next Floyd Mayweather. That's the ultimate goal. We're looking for the next pay-per-view star. And do I think we have it? Absolutely.
Berto, you're such a favorite in this fight coming up. What problems maybe? What does Berto pose?
I'm about to turn him.
Problems are
You gotta go back.
I mean,
Back up.
he's two-time world champion. No different from the other guys
Thank you
talking
very
about
much.
he's fighting America.
Camera back. I don't want him to hit it in the head, okay?
Just like America. I think America has 3 losses. Portugal has 3 losses. So like I said, it doesn't really matter who I choose. They're going to have something to say. I can only judge a man off his last opponent. And last time he stepped out there, he done what he had to do.
How have you trained for this thing?
I push myself. I work extremely hard, just like I work hard for every other fighter.
Hey, Floyd.
Hold
For you now, say it's your last fight. Do you start getting flashbacks and thinking about this is the last time I'm going to do this?
No, I don't worry about that. I've done this my whole career, so I don't really focus on that.
Hey, Floyd. You look at this media turnout. This is pretty big. For the people who criticize this fight, is this an indication that more people want to see this fight than some fans say?
I stay on a positive path. I don't focus on that, brother. It don't matter who I fight; they're gonna have something to say.
Hey, Manny Pacquiao, he told you before the fight, after the fight, he wanted to sit down and talk to you about God. Did he ever set that appointment up with you?
I heard, from what I hear, that he's, I guess, a certain type of water, salt water.
Yeah.
I mean, he healed his arm, but it is what it is.
But Freddie Roach just actually said, and I'm quoting, he said that that's a fucking story that Roach just came up, that Manny Pacquiao came up with. So he's saying that was just a story.
I mean, Roach's supposed to say that he's supposed to protect his fighter. That's his job, is to protect his fighter.
You've done everything in the sport besides lose. That's the only thing you haven't done in this. What is there anything left for you to do? Is there anything left for you to do, Floyd, at this point, or
just build the Mayweather Promotions, team, build our promotion company, take it to the next level, continue to work with these young fighters, push them, help them try to get to that pay-per-view level.
Are you gonna do anything different in this fight, Floyd? I mean, this guy Andre Berto, fast guy. Anything different you're gonna do in this fight?
We'll just see. We'll see how everything plays out. I predicted a future 48 time. Number 49, we just let it be what it is.
I heard you've been sparring and you've been knocking guys out, putting work out. I mean, do you like getting tested by these young guys and still showing them, who's boss in there?
Just experience. I use my experience that I have in the sport. Been around the sport so many years, and I just know what it takes.
What about a big fight for you? Kind of set the table, Emmanuel Augustus. I think that was a real turning point for you. You showed more heart in that fight than in many of your fights.
No, actually, it wasn't a good fight for me. being in a toe-to-toe battle is not a good thing. You know, the best and the coolest thing about my career is it's called the sweet science. It's hitting and not getting hit. Making a lot of money and not taking any punishment and leaving the sport with all your faculties. That's the best thing about my career.
Floyd, would you compare Andre Berto to anybody you faced before?
I can't say. I just know he's a very exciting fighter. And every time he go out there, he gives it 100%.
Floyd, would you change anything in your career at this point, or are you glad everything just worked out the way it did?
I'm glad everything, worked out the way it did. If not, then I wouldn't be the first fighter to make, 9 figures in one night.
Floyd,
Who the next pay-per-view stars? You sure who you think?
Oh, absolutely not. I would not do that. I'll keep that to myself.
Floyd, $4.8 million car out there. How did you get it? There's only 2 in the world. How did Floyd get that car?
I know some cool people in cool places. Actually, you know what? My car guy. Here, y'all guys just talk to my car guy, Obi. You sit down and talk with him and find out. Well,
You still like your Suburban better than it, or do you like that one better?
I like my Suburban.
Floyd, since you are retiring, would you ever consider returning to the WWE?
I don't know. I don't really know what the future holds as of right now.
Floyd, how tired are you physically and of all this?
It's work. It's work.
Do you truly think you can deny your competitive juices, Floyd, and not come back?
He want to talk to you about the car.
Sure.
How did Floyd get this car? There's only 2 in the world.
Yeah, there are only 2 in the world. It was a very, very special deal. We got it through a billionaire. He wanted to send it to Floyd, and through some of my channels, I was able to acquire the car for him. And then at that point, Floyd called me at 3:15 in the morning, and he said, "Hey, Obi, I want to come down to your showroom to look at the car." He came down around 4:30 a.m. I spent about 2 hours with him. He seemed very excited, and then he started training. And then on Friday, he called me. He said, "Obi, I want that car, and I want it now." So I started moving, got it here, delivered to him at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Wow. Hey.
It's a very special car. It's a hyper car. You got supercars and you got hyper cars. The car weighs about 2,800 pounds. It's a Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. The word Trevita is Swedish for 3 whites. So Koenigsegg is the first automobile manufacturer to develop this technology of the 3 whites. There are only 2 cars in the world. They were making 3, but they ended up with 2. There's only 1 U.S. car, 1 U.S. spec car. He has a U.S. spec car. The other cars are European spec, and that's over in Switzerland. The car weighs about 2,800 pounds. It does 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Top speed is 254 miles an hour plus.
Wow.
Absolutely, 3 seconds. Wow. Top speed is at 1,018 horsepower. Top speed is over 254 because at 254 miles an hour, the car was still pulling. That's the story with that car.
You gotta talk about my 3 Bugattis that I got for you.
I've been writing about them on All Access.
Hey.
He also got those 3 Bugattis. Bugatti number 1 was okay. Bugatti number 2 was the most challenging because Champ called me at 3 a.m. and he said he wanted that car in his driveway in 12 hours.
Can you do me a favor? Can you give the car's a name at least?
I can't.
Floyd, September 12th, history in the making. It may be the last fight of Floyd Money Mayweather. How do you want the fans to remember you if this is indeed your last fight?
Just smart, just being real smart outside the ring, not just inside the ring, making the right, calculated moves, no different from what I do in the inside.
Hey, Floyd, do you have a history with Andre Berto? Any personal beef? Any stories, that involve you guys?
No, not at all. I don't really, I see him. I see him out. I've seen him out before. I say hello, he say hello. No personal beef, just business.
Has the fans' reception of this fight disappointed you at all?
I don't, like I said before, I don't focus on anything. I just focus on training. When it's time to go out there and fight, that's what I do.
You're going to have to deny your competitive juices and a ton of money to not fight again. You really can do that? You believe that?
I'm cool. I'm comfortable. As of right now, like I said before, this is my last fight. We can't. Nobody knows what the future holds.
What is your body telling you? I mean, how tired are you?
What is my body telling me? My body's telling me I need to get my hands wrapped so I can train.
DJ Smith told me that this fight will be more exciting than the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. What do you think about that?
once again, the media, I remember what you did, and all y'all media, y'all guys built him up on the pedestal, gave the guy fight of the decade, fight of the century, all that. You guys did that. You guys did that. Well, being from Fight Hype didn't do that.
So, how much is insurance for a $5 million car?
A lot.
More than me and you guys.
A lot.
Hey Floyd, Manny Pacquiao.
Hit you yet that this is it? This is the
I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that.
Why not?
I got so many fighters that's gonna do media day.
But are you taking everything in with just taking that moment in with a little bit more extra thought?
No. You know, like I've had a great career. Great career. I'm happy. I'm pretty sure some people from my team, you know, are not happy, but it is what it is.
What was your first initial reaction when you read that headline that Manny's shoulder was fixed by seawater?
No, someone told me. You know, someone told me. I'm in training camp. I just try to focus on training, resting. You know, sitting in a cryo machine. You know, when I'm in training, I just try to focus on training. I'm not really on social media like that.
Have you given any thought as to what you're going to say and how you're going to feel when you're on that podium on September 12th after the fight?
Well, hopefully, you know, we're in a good place. Hopefully, you know, we're on the winning end. You know, anything can happen. Like I said before, we cannot overlook this guy. Everybody's overlooking Berto. You know, just when he fought Robert the Ghost Guerrero, eyes was closed. He still was fighting like a warrior. So, you know, even like he got knocked down by Ortiz, he got right back up, continued to fight. So this guy is a very exciting fighter.
You don't think it's going to be an extra emotional moment, though, just that whole event in that night?
No, just, you know, boxing was just a part of my life. You know, just a stepping stone, you know, to become a promoter in the sport of boxing.
Now, you've said multiple times that you felt boxing is a job to you. At what point did you lose the passion? When did it start feeling like a job?
I don't really know. You know, different days I feel different ways. It's just work to me. You know, I go out there, I do my job. I try to be the best I could be at my job.
When you were starting out and you were envisioning your career, is this how it played out in your mind when you were just a young kid, thinking about everything you accomplished, and here you are, almost at the end? How did it play out as far as that?
I didn't really know it was going to be so much. Really, just I don't really say hate. I just say jealousy. I mean, because I never really understood this. I mean, they're mad. I mean, you know, I thought about this a long time ago. We're mad because he's successful, or we're mad that he's successful and he don't take any punishment, or are we mad that he haven't lost yet? You know, it is what it is. If that's not in God's plan, then that's not going to happen.
Floyd, why did Manny Pacquiao?
Some fighters have a really hard transition going from active fighter to retired fighter. From what you've seen with those athletes,
I don't mean to cut you off. You know, I apologize. Most fighters that are retired didn't have a choice. You know, just being in hard battles, taking ass whoopings will retire you. But you know, I'm in the game of dishing it out, not taking it. And that's what's so cool, you know. I want to tell every young fighter that's watching these interviews, don't take any punishment. Be smart. The name of the game is called the sweet science to hit and not get hit.
Floyd, why did Manny Pacquiao back up when he had you on the ropes? Because he said you were moving, but when he had you on the ropes, he backed up. Why do you think he did that?
Y'all gotta ask the saltwater then.
Well, you gave a real good speech at the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Did you plan that, or did it just come from the heart?
Everything comes from the heart. You know, real got to recognize real. And we all know you a believer, so we know you real.
Sir.
Floyd, tell him.
Hey Floyd,
what we at?
Right here,
Telemundo, what's going on? Money Mayweather coming to you live from the Mayweather Boxing Club.
Floyd, you've done a lot of firsts in boxing. To you, is there a certain moment or something you gave back to boxing that you feel that you're most proud of?
Well, financially, the game is totally different because of me. Totally. I'm just saying, I mean, you never seen a weigh-in so huge. I mean, just everything in the sport of boxing. It's just safe to say it's the Mayweather era. It's just the Mayweather era, you know, not knocking any fighters. You know, I take my hat off to all the legendary champions that paved the way. But it's not cool to take punishment in the sport of boxing.
You think that's been lost? You think that's a lost art? You think that people appreciated what you did?
Well, everybody paid I feel like every boxer is an artist, and every fighter paints a picture his own way. And I'm just one of the best artists.
Floyd, out of all of the fights that you've had in the past, which would you say was maybe the least challenging and the most challenging?
Number 48 was the least?
All 48 of them, you said.
All 48. Every fight played a major key. Every fight played a major key.
Floyd, it was 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, right after you fought Vladimir, when you started talking retirement. Have you surprised even yourself with this longevity that you've had, almost being champion at 40, almost 40?
I don't, like I said before, I don't know. I just feel like every day I say to myself, everybody is dealt a different hand in life. I was dealt a royal flush.
Floyd, after you beat
Shane, not just a vacation for you, and this time you're serious about retirement? Because I know after the hand fight, you took a vacation. So why is it this time just a vacation for you?
I don't really know. But I want everybody to download Shots.
There you go.
Download my app, Shots.
There you go.
Let's go to work now.